Hi guys, it's Rob here. Today we're going over an area I've been wanting to go over for a while. Pensacola, Florida. This is an area with some unique traits to it that made me want to cover it. Before we begin, I'd like to thank ChuckStar for requesting this area originally, as well as hi underscore smiley face, CEC underscore Mr. Munch, Tokens We Trust, CEC Talkers, and John the Chuck E. Cheese fan for also requesting this area. As usual, I've gathered information from multiple different sources, which I'll be linking in the description. Real quick, in case you missed last week's video, I'm now using a wiki called Chuck E. Cheese's University as my main source instead of Cheesepedia, so you may notice some differences in my wording of things, and also more accuracy in my videos. If you want to check the wiki out, I'll link it down below, as well as their channel. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, as in the next video, we'll be going over a location that was the last Showbiz Pizza to open. Anyways, let's get into the history of Showbiz Pizza Place and Chuck E. Cheese in Pensacola, Florida. The 7350 Plantation Road location opened on December 9th, 1981 as a Showbiz Pizza Place. This was the sixth one to open in Florida. This article from a day before the opening tells us that the location had over 60 games upon opening, and this small article gives us a look at the location's Mitzi upon opening, with a Rada mask. This article also tells us that Pensacola was the 42nd Showbiz Pizza to open. We have multiple photos from 1982 showing off the showroom area. This shows us that the band was still in their beta form, with things such as Beach Bear's darker fur and masks telling us this, plus other minor things such as the lack of the character balance. One of the photos also shows us one of the wooden sidings by the 3 stage, which is cool to see. We also have a single photo from 1983 that shows that Duke had received a new mask. Footage from 1987 gives us quite a bit to look at. Firstly, we get a shot of the exterior here, showing off the standard Showbiz Pizza Place logo in use here. We also get to see the games, rides, and the Rockafire, which looks to be in poor shape just from the bit of footage we get, with Beach Bear looking dead and Mitzi looking in not so great shape either, with her body lean appearing to be out. Honestly, this is probably the worst condition Rockafire I've seen in a Showbiz Pizza up to this point, and there's hardly any footage of it being shown off here. We also get to see their Billy Bob walk around, being the standard corporate one. Beginning in 1990, due to a fallout between Creative Engineering and Showbiz Pizza Time Inc., concept unification occurred, in which every Showbiz Pizza Place would convert their Rockafire Explosion Band into Munch's Make Believe Band. Pensacola would receive it in September of 1991, which followed their 1986 remodel that happened in August of 1991, which gave them a new Chuck E. Cheese's pizza exterior, painted the walls white, added colored checkers, added beadboard wainscoting, swapped out older decor for newer decor, and according to an article, added 100 additional seats to the location as well as new games and rides. This article is also where we get the CU and remodel dates from. We also have a photo of the exterior from the early 90s, showing off their Chuck E. Cheese's pizza exterior, with the color checkers, as well as a red awning above the entrance door. The store would receive the Operation Thumbchuck remodel, also known as the Major 90s remodel, around 1995, changing the exterior to a Thumbchuck exterior, changing out older decor for newer decor, the removal of the colored checkers, the addition of new games and rides, and a new kiddie area, plus the sky tubes. Footage from 1999 shows this off, showing off some of the games, rides, and their sky tubes. I also noticed this Mr. Munch game where you knock out his teeth, which is not something I knew existed until seeing this footage. We also get to see the 3 stage, where they look to be in great shape here, with no issues I can notice. We also see that Helen has the yellow hair and green cheerleader outfit that the Alabama 3 stages got. I'm guessing since Pensacola is so close to Alabama, the store also decided to make these changes to their Helen during this time, as well. Interestingly enough, we also see that Chuck still has his first iteration of the latex mask here. We also see some of their Operation Thumbchuck decor here, such as the CD Awards poster and one of their shelves. Photos from 2004 show that Helen and Munch received plastic masks by this point, with Chuck probably receiving one as well. Helen also still has parts of her yellow hair here, which is cool to see. We also see here that Jasper and Pasquale still have their latex masks though, with Pasquale at least also still having his latex hands here. He also has an extra symbol on his drum kit for some reason. Supposedly this is Rolf's symbol, but I can't confirm that. A photo from 2004 shows off the taller zone, and also the stage in the back, showing us that everyone had gotten their plastic mask by this point, though Pasquale is unconfirmed as we cannot see him here. Chuck appears to be wearing tux attire here still, which is interesting to see. We have an exterior shot from the time, coming from Google Maps, dated to November of 2007, showing their Thumbchuck exterior, which they still had during this time. Footage from 2007 shows up the showroom, where we get to see the bots performing. They seem to be in not so great of shape here, with Jasper especially lacking movement here. Interestingly enough, Pasquale also still has his orange swirl drum front here. Munch Jr. was gone by this point, but Pizza Cam, or at least his box, was still here by this point. Chuck apparently stayed up until around 2008, which is pretty cool. Photos from 2009 show that Chuck has full Avenger attire on by this point, including the cap. One of these photos also show off their Chuck walk around, that being the standard Avenger Chuck one. Footage from 2010 shows the bots to be in good shape, though there's not enough footage of the full stage to determine the overall condition beyond that, though I didn't notice any issues here. In early 2012, a person named Snapper Ard, who also worked on Mobile's show, would be hired on as a technician and would fix up the show, adding a few customizations. These would include adding orange exhaust pipes to Munch's organ, adding a name patch to Helen's shirt, Jasper receiving a black hat bandana added to the front of his mask, and a red guitar. You have no clue how much I love this thing. Anyways, it was based off Beach Bear's red guitar variant used on CEI's own show at one point, with the main color being red and having black accents used on it. We can see this in footage from 2012, where the bots are working great, though the flows are a bit high in some places, such as the arm raises on Chuck and Helen. Pasquale's extra symbol was gone by this point, and he also had a new drum front, being this explosion one. Pizza Cam is also gone by this point. Shortly after, the building and moon would be removed, as were the customizations from the stage, except for the red and black guitar. Footage from late 2015 shows the stage to still be in pretty good shape, though there are some flow issues, such as Jasper's mouth being too slow, and also his left eyelid being out. Footage from mid-2016 shows the stage to be in about the same shape, though Chuck's mouth has an issue, as it's stuck open during this performance. Jasper also no longer has his hat on. Footage from 2017 shows the stage to be in a bit of declining shape. While the mechanical shape is about the same, cosmetics are either not put on all the way, broken, or gone across the whole show, with one of Chuck's arms fur not being fully connected, one of Munch's hand furs being gone, and Pasquale's mask having chunks taken out around the eyes. There's also mechanical issues, such as Jasper's strumming hand being lower than it should be. In July of 2018, the location received the 2.0 remodel, receiving a new exterior, replacing older decor for newer decor, and also removing the animatronics and replacing them with a 2017 model dance floor. The location would be remodeled again in June of 2023, adding the video wall to the store. As of August of 2024, the store remains like this. As for the bots, they would all be sold to a person in corporate, who would then sell them on eBay. All the bots would end up in private collectors' hands, with Chuck being used for spare parts. Squally's fate is unknown. The 6919 N Ninth Avenue location opened on April 19th, 1982 as the Pizza Time Theater. This article published right before the opening tells us that this location had around 70 games and could sit 350 people. They also had a cabaret and lounge room, with Dolly Dimples and the King respectively. Upon opening, they likely either had Madame Oink or Harmony Howlett, based off the show tapes circulating around that time. The original store manager was Terry Dawson. By 1984, the store would receive Helen Henny as their last and permanent guest star, as all other locations would have also received. The store would close on October 16th, 1984 due to the Pizza Time Theater bankruptcy. The store would likely auction off what they had left, and the store would likely be subdivided. So August of 2024, it's unknown what it's become because of the subdivision of the space, and also unknown where the animatronics are today. In conclusion, Pensacola was quite the interesting area, keeping their Operation Thumbchuck remodel into their remodel in 2018, this location's Chuck likely being one of the last to have this tux outfit, and also being home to the only red guitar Jasper as far as I know, which is especially cool to me. Overall, this was a cool area to cover. Thank you guys for watching this video. It was cool seeing how well documented this store actually was, with all areas being represented pretty well, I'd say. My next video is going to be covering the history of Showbiz Pizza Place and Chuck E. Cheese in Richmond, Virginia, which had a location that was the last Showbiz Pizza Place to ever open. If you're interested in seeing that, make sure to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you're notified when it drops. God bless, and I hope you all have a blessed day.